First, I want to apologize for my lack of appearance here. I just had a big surgery last week, so I apologize for that. Anyway, my name is Elizabeth Olson, and I am going to talk about Karl Marx for a little bit. First, he was born in Prussia, which is Germany now, if you didn't know that, in the year of 1818. His parents were Jewish, but later on they converted to Lutheranism, which I believe is a form of Christianity. He had a home-based education for the most part. His dad was pretty smart, and he educated him until he realized that his son was becoming a little bit of a problem. He was an alcoholic, and he didn't really want to do anything, which is funny because he invented communism, and most communists are drunk and don't want to do anything. It's just an observation. So anyways, he ended up going to the Wilhelm Gymnasium, where he studied classical subjects. And he went to the University of Bonn, but he got in trouble there for misbehaving, and so he started studying philosophy. He went to the University of Berlin, and he finally got his life in order, but he kind of got a little radical. He joined this club, the Young Hegelians, if I said that right. It was kind of a radical philosophy group, critical of the established order that was going on. So he earned his doctorate in philosophy and from the University of Jena with thesis comparing philosophies of Democritus and Epicurus, if I'm saying that properly. So his worldview, it was really shaped by the turbulent 19th century. There was a lot going on in Europe, the industrialization, the Enlightenment. We were finally starting to, be able to produce more for the economy. And there was a lot of stuff going on in Germany, France, and England, which led him to his theory of historical materialism, which is the idea that history is mostly driven by the struggle between social classes, and it's kind of like this false imprisonment that you're in, or false consciousness that you are working for yourself, but you're actually working for the big man. And so there was big growth, cities and developments. There was London, Paris. There were big social problems associated with capitalism. That's nothing to deny, and he had his own weird, radical way of trying to solve it. He made some big attributions. He's the father of communism. He talked about the idea of class struggle between the working class and the capitalists, and surplus value, which capitalists exploited, monopolies. And he wanted a communist society where production was like collectively owned by everybody. And we had a classless society. Of course, you know the Communist Manifesto. It is very infamous, especially here in America. So let's talk about if communism, Marxism really would work in modern American society. I mean, let's be honest, it's not applicable here. We are a total capitalist free market nation, founding fathers, constitution, true freedom. But there are, of course, concepts of inequality, and there's a lot of activists out here that think about this in terms of communism. And it looks good on paper, but it never works because the poorest person, or I'm sorry, not the poorest person, but the person that works the least, that is lazy, and the person that works the most, that is not lazy, makes the same amount of money, and that's not fair. And that's nothing that our Constitution says. We are capitalists. We believe in private property, not community property. And it's really important. It defies the American dream, and it is really important that people, especially that don't remember the Cold War, young people being indoctrinated by the left of communism, that it doesn't work. It becomes they're brainwashing you into trying to control you, and it doesn't work. The American dream is free market capitalism. We have some issues that need to be worked out, of course, but communism is never the answer. So, good riddance, Karl Marx.